package, Governor Moino receives award of exemplary leadership. House committee swoops on failed contract for resuscitation of Kwa River Hotel 22 years after. Akicorp sensitizes state-owned enterprises on new initiative of Arise agenda for productivity. And register with corporate affairs or be closed down, CBN tells POS operators. We have details of these and other stories. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. My name is Mandu Isenobong. Welcome to the news at noon. Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Moino has been conferred with an award of exemplary leadership by the people of Ikot Senatorial District. This was conferred on the governor during a reception ceremony in honor of the representative of Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District and Senate President Senator Godswill Akpabio. A Government House reporter, Patience John, reports.
The ceremony, which held at the Ikot Township Stadium, where Governor Moino was honored for running an all-inclusive governance which has unified the state.
I stand here on behalf of the government and people of Akwa Ibom State to bring you very warm felicitation on the occasion of your reception by Ikot Senatorial District. And my presence here as the governor of Akwa Ibom State, by the grace of God, conveys the wishes of government and the whole of Akwa Ibom on this very wonderful occasion. We treasure you, we value you, and we'll always pray for you. We are here to tell the world that Akwa Ibom is united. We may be from different political parties, but first of all, we are Akwa Ibomites. And as Akwa Ibomites, we are united. We'll speak together. We'll work together. We will deliver together.
Receiving the award, Governor Moino thanked the people of Ikot Senatorial District for putting together the event and for the honor done him. He expressed his unwavering commitment to the unity of Akwa Ibom State and described the event as a statement to Nigeria that Akwa Ibom people are united.
Your Excellency, I'd like to especially thank the entire Ikot Senatorial District for the award which they have given to us today. I see it as a call to do more work, to continue to unite our people across ethnic lines, across political lines. And I believe that this award is an endorsement that the Ikot Senatorial District will support the candidacy and the governorship of Pastor Umar Basieno for another 8 years.
The Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, expressed his gratitude for the reception, describing it as a gesture he cannot take for granted, while also conveying the gratitude of Akwa Ibom people to the National Assembly, the President, and the All Progressives Party, APC, for giving him the support to emerge as President of the 10th Senate. He affirmed Governor Moino as a unifier of the people and assured of the support of the National Assembly to ensure the success of the administration in the state.
I will never forget the uncommon love that you have for me. As you have loved me, I also love you. I'm very grateful. I'm saying continue to hold on to God and that we will support you. We will support you to succeed. You will receive the federal government of Nigeria with smiles. We will also receive you in Abuja with smiles. We will receive you with benefits of democracy that you come back and put for your people. On the Lekki Deep Sea Port, you want an opportunity to see federal projects. You shall see more than federal projects. From Aba, we are already dualizing towards Ikot. You will see more than that. From Aba, we intend in the next budget to take it realized from Aba through Paranin all the way to East West Road. You will see more than that. We intend to make sure that the coastal road passes through Akwa Ibom with a big flyover for you because of you. That is why we are going to do all these things.
Patience John, AKBC News.
More individuals are being summoned by the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly to explain their roles in the failure of the resuscitation contract of government on the defunct Quor River Hotel circa 22 years after it was signed. The latest to be summoned is the former chairman of the Akwa Ibom State Investment Corporation, AKICOP, Professor Akpanekpo. Legislative Affairs reporter Uyuko Swa completes the story.
The summons was handed down Monday during the sitting of the House Committee on Industry, Commerce and Tourism. It followed a claim by the representative of the lead investor and bid winner for the hotel resuscitation contract, Ekpo Enterprise, Imabong Elijah Ekpo, that AKICOP played a role in vandalizing assets of the hotel after it was sold.
Yeah, because of what he just mentioned on camera, with the press and everybody, he mentioned that he was the chairman of the AKICOP. He knows everything that was handed over. That all the things removed from that Quor hotel is aware of it by AKICOP. That's what he said. And it's based on that reason that we're now inviting the former chairman of AKICOP and the present chairman of that company. And documents from that company that has to be brought to the memorandum of understanding, which they have signed. We need to compare that. Put them side by side. And the eventually they handed over to
Imabong Elijah Ekpo had failed to produce a certificate of the company's incorporation, the memorandum of understanding signed with the state government on the hotel, and other documents requested by the committee for its investigation. Ekpo also claimed that the hotel had already folded up and its facilities dilapidated at the time the company bought it for 50 million naira, a claim that was refuted by the neighbors of the facility and a pioneer staff of AKICOP.
You said at the time you took over the hotel in 2021, in 2001, right? The hotel was in the state that we saw on Friday. Is that what you mean?
Yes, sir. That when you sell an asset, you go back and you monetize the asset when you have sold it. That is a plain lie. Quote me. Lie. So I'm not speaking for AKICOP as a person who knows.
As when they took over the facility, all the conditions in the rooms, the whole place was functioning.
Chairman of the committee and Chief Whip of the House, Chief Effiong Johnson, said the House is committed to ensuring that all the facts are known and the executive is properly guided.
Government is interested now because to back up the 5-point agenda of what we say we are in fact taking and we'll try to find out every fact on this hotel.
The hearing continues tomorrow, May 8, 2024, at the conference room of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly at 10 a.m. Uyuko Uswa, AKBC News.
The Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Sidon Etiebed, has charged school heads and teachers in the state to be alive to their responsibilities for nurturing school pupils in line with the expectations of government. She gave the charge while visiting schools in Uyo and Ibesikwa and local government areas, where she led a team from the ministry to monitor activities in schools as they resume for third term activities. Mercy Ikere reports.
The commissioner said the state government has put everything in place to ensure that pupils and students access free, compulsory and qualitative education, urging school heads, teachers, parents to live up to government's expectations of them. She said it is the collective responsibility of teachers and parents to train the children and impart good morals in them. Noting that the Omoenos administration considers every child resident in the state as an indigene, the commissioner reiterated that the governor places premium on education and is committed to improving the sector. During the visit, the commissioner encouraged SS3 students participating in the ongoing West African Senior School Certificate Examinations (WASC) to revise adequately in order to pass their examinations in flying colors.
And I must confess, the turnout of students is very impressive. It's better than other years at times. And even the turnout of teachers. At your high school, I noticed that the classrooms were being manned by teachers. So it's very impressive, and I encourage others. If you're not at school today, I'm talking about students, I'm encouraging you to go to school tomorrow because lectures have resumed. And for the parents, it's your duty to make sure your wards are in school. Please send them to school. His Excellency, the Governor, loves students, loves the teachers, and he has invested hugely in the free and compulsory education. And then for the teachers' welfare is top on the agenda of His Excellency the Governor.
Meanwhile, the permanent secretary in the ministry, Lady Rose Bassi, led other management staff of the ministry to schools in other local government areas. Schools visited included Heritage College, Uyo High School, Ewit Model School, Lutheran School, Ikodod Road, and Ibesikpo Secondary Commercial School, Nongodo. Mercy Ekere, AKBC News.
The enumeration exercise for the second phase beneficiaries of the AKK's Result Area 3.2 has begun in the 3 senatorial districts of the state. Meant for nano, micro, medium, and small-scale entrepreneurs in the state, the 3-day exercise is conducted by the Bank of Industry in collaboration with the Akwa Ibom State Government and is supervised by the Ministry of Trade and Investment. The exercise involves biometric capturing and authenticity of businesses that applied by the AKK's operational grant. Some of the participants who spoke with AKBC News thanked the governor for the opportunity afforded them to improve their businesses.
Governor nyere yo yemedi nwam uru Akwa Ibom ya ida ke da ni seria ma toru poverty mana yo nke Akwa Ibom.
I love business and I study business, and I hope in that business I'll be able to take care of my family and my younger ones.
It's a very nice development, encouraging the business people, putting some smile food in their table, encouraging them, giving them small things to keep on the business.
I'm here to say to the governor, thank you. To his cabinet, thank you for empowering us, for making us to see the need of doing business, to be an entrepreneur, to employ others, hereby helping the government to reduce unemployment. I really thank the government for that.
Those with a kind of petty business will establish, will expand their business, and those that lost their capital will come back again, that the business will grow again.
President General of Akwa Ibom State Supreme Council of Traditional Rulers, Anoku Ibomi Bibio, His Eminence Ntenyan Solomon Daniel Etuk, has assured aspiring investors in the state of a robust economy and level playing field for businesses to thrive, as spelled out by the Arise agenda of Governor Moino. Ntenyan Etuk gave the assurance when he received the Chief Plan Examiner of New York, architect Jake Ude, as he is set to invest in cement dealership as major distributor of Lafarge Cement in Akwa Ibom State. Margaret Bassey was there for the following report.
Ntenyan Solomon Daniel Etuk, while welcoming the investors into the state, noted that Akwa Ibom State has a conducive ambience and peaceful nature, coupled with its fertile soil, All these, he noted, are suitable for investment and called on aspiring investors to make haste and grab the opportunity. The premier royal father, who lauded the ingenuity of the investor, said the gesture will create job opportunities and reduce youth restiveness while tasking the investor on consistency. He reiterated his desire to synergize with the investor by playing advisory role to ensure peace, which he described as a veritable instrument that will drive more investment and development.
We, the royal fathers, will never disappoint you. We will do our very best to protect your business at our own level and capacity. Ours to pray for you. The God of the land, go forth for that business, protect that business, guide the chairman, the director of that company aright. Let every person that works in that organization bring peace, bring harmony, bring progress, bring growth, bring development into that organization.
The chief plan examiner of New York City, Department of Building in New York, architect Jake Ude, said his decision to venture into cement dealership as major distributor of Lafarge Cement in Akwa Ibom State was to key into the right spirit of the governor by creating opportunities as well as indulge in architectural products such as real estate, science park, industrial and educational program. Architect Ude disclosed his intention to extend the business to local government areas in the state.
We are bringing a lot of businesses in our Bible, ranging from construction, ranging from architectural services. We got the license to sell as a dealer with the Lafarge Cement.
In just separate remarks, the paramount ruler of Ibesikpo Sultan local government area, Edidem Clement Francis Ekpenyong, his counterpart from Etinan, Edidem Aniefiok Mandel Panobong, and others commended the effort of the state government in ensuring that the state is conducive for investors, pledging their support to all those aspiring to invest in the state.
Bible is a stronger solution, and it draws you to come to Bible because of peace.
The investments absolutely will see the light of the day.
Coming here is a step in the right direction. We have a governor that is investment friendly.
In an exclusive interview, the Bibio Patriarch disclosed his recent official trip to Lafia, Nasarawa State, where he met with his fellow first-class royal fathers to chart the way forward for effective leadership and economic renaissance.
I pray and call on the people of Akwa Ibom State. Come, let's be serious for once. Let us love one another. Let us unite. Our concern is how to drive a very robust economy in this state.
Margaret Bassey, AKBC News.
Now the wife of the president, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, through her pet project, Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI, has inaugurated Women Agricultural Support Program, a scheme designed to empower female farmers in the South geopolitical zone of Nigeria. The event held at the banquet hall of Government House Uyo also featured the launch of financial empowerment of small business for persons living with disabilities, where 100 persons benefited. Margaret Bassey again reports.
Speaking at the event, wife of the president, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, disclosed that the program, which has also been held across other geopolitical zones in the country, aims at empowering 20 women from each of the 6 states in the South-South region with a sum of 500,000 naira. Senator Tinubu, who was represented at the event by the wife of the vice president, Hajia Nana Shetima, explained that 75% of the beneficiaries of the scheme are young females who are mainly into animal husbandry, poultry, and fish farming. The First Lady further announced that 100 disabled persons who are into small-scale businesses would each receive the sum of 100,000 naira to boost their businesses.
I urge all stakeholders, including government officials, community leaders, and non-governmental organizations, to work hand in hand to support local farmers to ensure food security in our communities and the nation at large.
In his remarks, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umoino, commended First Lady of the Federation, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for her humanitarian disposition, where vulnerable groups across the nation are beneficiaries of the Renewed Hope initiative. He noted that the government of Akwa Ibom State has taken steps to adopt some laudable programs into the state, such as the Arise initiative for the elderly, a rice-free voucher food program from the Bulk Purchasing Agency, among others.
For us in Akwa Ibom, we have said it that we may belong to a different political party, but we will work hand in hand with the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We will support him and we will ensure that his programs in Akwa Ibom succeed as much as we can. And we thank Her Excellency for bringing all our women together, all of the First Ladies, across party lines to ensure that we deliver the dividends of democracy to our people.
In her opening remarks, the wife of Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Patience Umoino, who is also the state coordinator for the Renewed Hope initiative, said the women in agriculture often face numerous challenges, including limited access to resources, land, and education. She also pointed that empowering women will help unlock their full potentials, increase food security, and boost economic growth in rural communities.
I must commend our mother, the nation's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for empowering women in agriculture and supporting individuals with disabilities. A development that promotes equality and leads to innovation and diversity. I advise all the beneficiaries to make judicious use of the funds.
In a goodwill message, the zonal coordinator, Renewed Hope Initiative, South-South Zone, and the First Lady of Bayelsa State, Dr. Gloria Diri, applauded Senator Oluremi Tinubu on her deliberate efforts to change the narrative in the 6 geopolitical zones through the empowerment of women, youth, children, and elderly programs cutting across political lines and affiliations. Drafts of 10 million naira each were presented to the 6 governors' wives from the South-South geopolitical zone for further issuance to the women in agriculture. Beneficiaries from the different clusters of persons living with disabilities appreciated the initiative, which they said will help revamp their businesses. Margaret Bassi, AKBC News.
Up ahead, Akicob readies SOEs for corporate responsibility, and CBN gives POS operators July deadline to register. We have those stories and others after the break. Please don't go away. Staying tuned now, welcome to the rest of the stories. The Managing Director of Akwa Ibom Investment Corporation, Mr. Imoabasi Jacob, has expressed the readiness of Governor Moino to strengthen state-owned enterprises for maximum productivity. Speaking during an interactive session with chief executives of government establishments and companies in Oyo, Mr. Jacob said that it is the wish of the governor for such bodies to be viable and contribute meaningfully to the GDP of the state and provide dividends to stakeholders where applicable. The ACICOP managing director, who spent time to explain the framework of the government as put in place by ACICOP, said that the session will afford the state-owned enterprises SOEs to understand the mindset of the ARISE agenda and key into the new initiative.
Let us see how you work. What are your prospects? What are your aspirations? So we admitted to few, particularly those that we thought had some semblance of structure, business portfolio that you can say, well, they should be making money. So we requested, some of you have gotten those letters. You are wondering, why are they writing? Who are they? And all that. It's okay. If I were in your shoes, I would ask the same question. But it is for good.
On its proposals to government on the formation of boards for some of these bodies, the MD stated that certain parameters had been suggested to allow for
our performance will be your performance. If you don't perform, we have not performed. So we have taken upon ourselves to report on every entity that is under our superintendency for the world to see whether ACICOP has done its own work. Starting from this year, I've directed our relevant departments that the era of preparing flowering reports to government is going to be financial. The same type of annual report that companies prepare is that what ACICOP is going to lay before government next month. We're supposed to have done that before now, but by next month we're going to lay a clearly formatted, corporately formatted report and accountability.
In their separate contributions, the chief executives of IBOM Power, that of IBOM A, KBC, and IBOM Specialist Hospital expressed satisfaction with the direction of the Umoino administration in finding out the challenges affecting them with a view to strengthening them to perform better. Our reporter says the meeting was at the directive of Governor Umoino that all state-owned enterprises be handed over to ACICOP and supervised by respective ministries. In attendance was the Executive Director, Other Investments, Barrister Ben Udowa, Heads of Acquire Savings, Greenwell Technology, IBOM Airport, APICO, Pioneer, Akwa Ibom Water Corporation, and Fadama. Now, the 6th Battalion Nigerian Army, Wellington Barak Sibawa, has commenced live firing exercise at the battalion's firing range. The exercise, which holds daily till Thursday this week, lasts from 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening. Captain Yu Hussein, in a release made available to our newsroom, says inhabitants of Ibawa, Ikoropong, Okun, Ikorafa, Mbarakun, Itung, and Ikaanang villages should not panic but keep off the range area throughout the exercise. The Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has issued a July 7, 2024 deadline for point of sales POS operators to complete registration with the Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC). This was made known by the Registrar General and Chief Executive Officer CAC, Hassan Magaji, when he met in Abuja with financial technology operators. The CAC boss said the 2-month timeline is for registration of agents, merchants, and individuals with the Commission in line with legal requirements and the directives of the Central Bank of Nigeria. He explained further that the measure aims at safeguarding the businesses of financial technology customers and strengthening the economy. On the part, representatives from the fintech industry pledged to collaborate with the Commission to ensure hitch-free implementation of the directive. At the meeting, the representatives of OPay, PanPay, Fair Money, Paystack, MoneyPoint, amongst others, all signed up in support of the project. Friends, sympathizers, as well as AKBC staff joined Esther Morin of the News and Current Affairs Directorate and her family to bid farewell to the late mother, Sister Enobong Uwem Omoren, also known as Nne Omoren, who died at the age of 67. The funeral was held at the Jehovah's Witnesses congregation, Udioro Ntan, Ekere, Ibionibum local government area.
In a talk, Brother Emilsa urged Christians to comfort one another in love and through the teaching of Christ while alive. He said that though the date of Nne Omoren was sorrowful, members should continue to comfort the bereaved family through calls and prayers.
Jehovah isi free utawolo. Nyani masi yo milipira unda wa isakini yo wenyina baro. Uke mtereke brother umore ne yo ni toesi tiutile nywe yo sina misi yo mutondo wa Israel. Idem ka adai se akana na midem bonore ka na dem po Jehovah mpaiti de mpo indana.
The late Nne Omoren was described as a sociable person, friendly, hospitable, and disciplined, who was devoted worshipper of Jehovah until her death. She died on February 13, 2024 after a brief illness. She is survived by husband, children, grandchildren, in-laws, brothers, among other relatives, including the CEO of Fenth Oil, Mr. Michael Udofia, and Esther Morin of AKBC.
It's sad. It's a very sad feeling here because a vacuum that no one can feel is created in my heart. I keep remembering how my mother was, in fact, but I am only strong that the hope of resurrection is what keeps comforting me.
Was a very kind-hearted woman, very industrious, hardworking. She was a very social person who did not discriminate anybody. We have that belief that we are going to die one day, but at the same time, we have the hope in the resurrection that Jehovah God will resurrect all our dead loved ones and they will come back to life.
Death is a very big enemy to mankind. But as people who study the Bible, God is holding out the hope of resurrection for those we have lost in death.
The funeral featured songs. While the remains of late Sister Enobong Omoren were laid to rest in her compound. Uduagabasi Oposen, AKBC News.
May God console our own Esther Morin on this loss. This brings to an end our news at noon, except for the top story. Governor Moino has been conferred with an exemplary leadership award by leaders and people of Ikot-Ekpene Senatorial District, receiving the award during a reception for the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio. Governor Moino vowed to promote unity and peace for overall development. That's a package. We want to appreciate you for being a part of it and hope you join us again at 8 for more stories. Thank you for watching. My name is Mandu Isenobo.